Hello everyone, this is AI Noob, and for this video I'll be covering Lenovo ThinkPad T560. And the reason I'm making this video is that I searched on the internet and there's no single review of T560. Okay, so let's open it up. Okay, as you might notice, the keyboard is gone and the touchpad is broken. I'll explain it later, but let's first get into why do I use the Lenovo. Why do I buy the ThinkPad T560? So okay, I guess I'll first check the display. It's 1080p and it's a non-touch display. So yep, and everything is made out of plastic. If you can hear it, but I would say it's pretty solid and the feel is not super bad. Your fingerprint will not last on it, but it's kind of absorb the oil, I guess. So that's overview. Now it goes to the part why did I buy it. The reason behind it is I just want a laptop with the longest battery life, and the second reason is I want a laptop big enough so I can, when I was coding, I do not have to like scroll all the way down, or like just the bigger the better. That's it. And the other reason is its lack of independent GDP, so it does not have like NVIDIA GTX whatever. And I like it because I want the longest battery life. And if you have like a graphic card, then it definitely will shorten the battery life. So in this extent, T560 is actually a pretty good decision for me. Now goes to part how I configure it. So first thing you might notice, i7 6600U, and I'm buying this for no reason. You can choose whatever you want. And for the display, I choose the 1080p non-touch IPS display, and that's because I think 3K display will consume much more battery, and since the DPI is higher, sometimes when you open the program, it will be like tiny, and that's really annoying. I have experienced that in the Yoga 3 Pro, and that's super annoying. So I decided to go 1080p, and that's big enough. And I'm now that's it. And for the hard drive, I choose the M.2 PCIe NVMe solid state drive, 256 gigabytes. Yeah, and the reason is I think as long as once you have tried the solid state drive, you knew it's much better. So in this case, since I noticed M.2 is something more expensive and looks like it should worth it, then I just bought it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so after using it for like 2 days, I think I have some ideas how do I feel about this laptop. So first, there goes my keyboard and my touchpad. Ta-da, it's this one. And the touchpad's here. So the touchpad is still functioning, but the button is broken. And the reason I removed my keyboard and like these two keys are removed because at the first day at the day I got it, I just spilled water on the keyboard because I have seen so many videos like showing off, so I decided to showing off to my friends. So I just spilled a little bit of water on it, and the computer did not shut down. It was functioning, and that night I was doing the battery test, so I just opened the YouTube and keep playing the video for a long time, and I didn't notice anything different. The next day when I tried to type something, I noticed so the N key, B key, and there's tons of keys that is not working, and it's broken. So if you are like, even though this one contains the water drill hole, don't spill water on it unless you accidentally do that. Don't do that intentionally. Don't try to you get what I'm saying. I mean, the motherboard is completely fine. As you can see, it's pretty dry here, so it does not affect the motherboard, but the keyboard is damaged. It's not waterproof at all. It's not. Same with these buttons. Okay, yeah. But one thing is, so I try to fix it, and one thing I find one good thing about the Lenovo ThinkPad T series is like they are easy to maintain. So like it's not that hard to open this one, but it's not super easy. Like if you're trying to because the chest is not, you can't open the chest after you screw several stuff, but it's not easy to open the cover. It's not hard, but it's not easy. And the other thing is, like if you're trying to replace something like a component, you can find the FRU, like in this case. So the keyboard is broken, and just check. So FRU number, if you look this up, and you can search this up on the IBM website, and you can get the component, but you have to pay for that. The other thing is why I think T560 is easy to maintain is that it has a manual. So like this is super detailed. It tells you like what to remove in order to do something, and goes all the way up. You can see it's the hardware maintenance manual for T560 and the P50S. So like these two are made out of the same module, I guess. And goes back, there's a light button. There's a light if you really wonder. And there's for the keyboard, it does not have like indicators, but it contains a backlit light version if you want. But yeah, boo. So goes to the next. The keyboard I feel is pretty good. Like the key travel is pretty long. I didn't get used to it at the beginning, but I never had like once I stroke some key and it's not responding, or like it's too hard for me to stroke one key. It's pretty easy to stroke a key, and it has a voice feedback, so it feels pretty good. And compared to one of my old laptop, okay, nasty, but if you hear it, the sound response is really small. But for this one, you can hear the sound, so I think it's good for those who are typing, but it's not super good if you are a student in the classroom trying to type something, because it might get a bit annoying. Not that loud, but yeah. So it goes up to the next. The touchpad is pretty much useless. So I noticed it's a 2-point touchpad, so you can use, you can expand, or like you can zoom in, or like goes up, goes down. I mean, it's functioning, but it just feels not premium. But the track point is actually really good. This is actually very few times I ever used the track point, because I think the last time I'm using a track point is 10 years ago, using my aunt's ThinkPad, ThinkPad. And the ThinkPad is super good when I was coding. I mean, the track point is very useful when you're coding, because if you look at this, like when you're trying to code something and then you're trying to move down, if you're using mouse, you have to like go all the way right or left. But if you're using a track point, you just move it here, and the other hand will just go down to touch the button. In this case, it will touch these 3 buttons. So one is left, right, and this middle one is considered as scroll down or up, depends on what you configure. So the track point is pretty useful. And I guess that's it. One few things. So this one has a 1080p IPS display. But the display turns out to not be a good one. So if you look at it, so this is a Chinese website, but this is the display. It's LG display. That's fine, I guess. But the thing is, the contrast is not bad. What is this? Light intensity, not that bad. But the thing is, and the response time is not bad. And the viewing angle, if you look at it, is also pretty good. Yeah, but one thing, this one is not good for those who are viewing images, because I'm not sure what this is, but I think it's NTSC coverage, so it's only 45%. And the other thing, if you notice, is 6-bit display, so it does not contain tons of color choice. If you are a gamer or whatever, compared with the Yoga, so there's 2 tab. The other one is for yoga. You can see the coverage is 72, and that's much better. But I picked this because I just want an ATP, and I do not want the TN display. That's it. So I guess we are here for the last part. What is this laptop for? So definitely for businessmen, because it has such a powerful battery life, so you can like use it. I think if you are just a businessman, you are not the one like playing games, you should use it for a few days for sure, because I'm pretty sure the battery life is lasts longer than any Apple laptop for now, any Mac. And the other one is for coder like me who just love long battery life and willing to sacrifice stuff. Like it does not have a dedicated graphic card, and it does not have and the CPU has only 2 cores, so it's not powerful enough if you're trying to play some big games. But the thing is, I play League of Legends and Dota 2. That works completely fine for me. And for people who just want to have the other choice is for people who just want to have a laptop with the longest battery life. I'm pretty sure this is the one. If you look at it, like longest battery life, it should be X250, and it says 20 hours. If you go to the Lenovo website, it says up to 20 hours of mobility. But if you go to the T560, you can see it's up to 24 hours of battery life. And I'm pretty sure like I'm definitely sure like the battery can last that long. So X60, it says all day battery life for maybe 24 hours, I guess. And I also did some battery life test. If you want, you can click the link below to see some images. It's a Chinese forum, so maybe you do not get used to it. And here are several things worth mention. So like this is my battery life testing, and it lasts for it goes. In my case, it lasts for, where is it? Okay, I didn't find it. I mean, that's basically it for this video. And right now I'm just trying to find the battery life image. So you can see like at 97 it says 18 hours maintaining, but that's not always the case. Sometimes it might tell you like a lot smaller number, but that's because at that time I was opening the League of Legends and downloading, it's updating. And then like 9 hours, I guess. Then the other time I do the screenshot, even though it says 67%, the battery life remaining is super long. As you can see, I was using Chrome and with only 2 tab. I guess that's why. So after 5 hours, it only contains 56%. That's because at first I was just doing the web browsing, then I play League of Legends and recording while I was playing. So that consumes tons of battery life. And then at the same day I watched some YouTube video, and at the night I just let it stream. At the next day, it's 14 hours and 16 minutes, and it still has 13% of battery life. So I would say it's pretty good. And as you can see, I was still opening, I opened a few tabs, and I guess that's it. Okay, and a few more things worth mentioning. I think I also did a test like running at full potential, so 100% CPU occupation, and I think for that one it can last for around 6 hours. That's pretty long, I guess. And a few things like the fan frequently so low. If you look at it, I did a stress test and the temperature is only at so 52, 53 degrees, and that's super low, I guess. Like even when I was touching every part of like what is this called? C panel, none of it's hot. And yeah, I guess that's it for this. Okay, yeah, one more thing. So like the solid state drive is super fast if you look at the speed and compare with, I think, many laptops. This one is definitely one of the best speed. Yeah, I guess that's it. So super long battery life, really good hardware speed, solid state drive if you choose the M.21, and not good for gaming, but you can play Dota 2 or League of Legends. That's it. Yeah, thanks.